and welcome back to another week of science at Compassion Camp. I have slime. I love slime. Slime's awesome. Why do I have slime though? Well, it started when I read the Bible story. And the Bible story is about this guy who goes to Jesus and he's like, Jesus, what are the two most important rules? And Jesus, just like that, answers. And he says, 1, love God. With all your mind, and all your heart, and all your soul, love God. 2, love your neighbor as yourself. And we've been talking a lot about loving our neighbors over the last couple of weeks at Compassion Camp, right? Well, this week we're focusing on remembering to love ourselves, because sometimes that can be even harder than loving our neighbors. And I was thinking, what could be our science lesson? And then I heard about our compassion in action. Compassion in action for this week says to do something that makes you happy. And science experiments always make me happy. And my favorite science experiment is slime. So I thought, we've just got to find out the science behind slime. What is it? How do we make it? Let's find out. Before you begin, you will need these supplies to make slime. There will be a complete recipe under Science Resources for this week. Now, let's make slime. Our first ingredient is school glue. Pour 1/2 cup or 4 ounces of glue into your bowl. You want to make sure you get all of the glue out of the measuring cup and into your bowl. Next, we are going to add 1/4 cup or 2 ounces of water and 1/2 tablespoon of baking soda. Don't forget the food coloring. I chose blue. The trick is to mix these ingredients really well before you add in our final ingredient. Finally, add 1 tablespoon of contact solution and mix again. Guys, we just made slime! And guess what? Making slime is a chemical experiment. Chemistry is the study of matter. Matter is the stuff of the universe, and an atom is the most basic unit of matter. How atoms are arranged determines the state or form the matter is in. Let's look at a diagram to help us understand this a little bit better. On this diagram, each bead represents an atom. On the red square, the atoms are very far apart. This represents a gas. On the green square, the atoms are a little closer together. This represents a liquid. On the purple square, the atoms are super close together. This represents a solid. The easiest way to think about this is with water. We used liquid water to make our slime. When we freeze water, it becomes ice, which is a solid. When you heat up water, it turns into steam, which is a gas. Now, let's think about this as we get back to our slime. What do you think? Is slime a solid, a liquid, or a gas? Well, since we can see it pretty easily, it's probably not a gas, right? So is it a solid or a liquid? We saw traits of both, right? It's a trick question. Slime fits into a whole other category on its own, which we call a non-Newtonian fluid. Newton was a scientist who came up with a lot of this stuff. And when we proved that Newton had missed one category, we called it non-Newtonian. That means that it's almost a solid and it's almost a liquid, but it's not either one. It's somewhere in between. Pretty silly, right? Now, that's a lot of science about slime. But my favorite thing about slime is that it makes me happy and it's fun to play with. So I hope you get a chance to make some slime or to do something else that brings you joy and makes you happy. And you remember this week to love your neighbors as you love yourself. Have a good one.